What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Zay Savage here at TP Savages. First and foremost, I hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. You made great profits during the week. Before we start the video, make sure you guys subscribe, smash the like button, and also turn on post notifications so we can keep doing breakdowns like this to help you guys better um, take entries within your trades and make profits along the way. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today, you guys, is just doing a quick breakdown on what I feel as though gold is going to be doing in the near future and what gold has been doing recently. So, a lot of you are having problems with marking up your zones, finding support and resistance, reliable support and resistance, might I add. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. So first thing that you're going to want to do when you're coming down to your charts is I go by a strict rule, and it's called when in doubt, zoom out. Okay. Now that doesn't mean technically zoom like this. Okay, guys. That means go up to a higher time frame to go find stronger confirmation on what price has been doing within the days, the weeks, the months, the years, etc. All right. So generally, what I like to do is come up to the monthly time frame. Now, for those of you who do not know, let me get this out the way. For those of you who do not know nothing about the time frames, so as you can see here, let me scroll in, slow scroll down a little bit. As you can see here, I had set my time frame to M. In other words, 1 month. So what that means is that each candle represents a month. All right. So currently we're in this month. This is the current candle with 11 days and 6 hours to go. Price is currently at $1,990.22. All right. And falling. Now, this is where I generally would like to come to find my support and resistance. Now, how do I find my support and resistance? So basically, you want to match up moments in time. Price kind of came to a parallel zone or a equal zone. All right. So generally, I would just go by what my eyes are telling me. All right. So what my eyes are telling me here is that I have a wick here. Now, this is a candle. This is a wick. That's the open and that's the close. All right. So what I would like to do is try to put my zones as close to the wicks as possible if they line up. All right, you guys. So what I'm gonna do is going to get a horizontal line, and I see that price came here 2 times. Now we generally look for 3 touches for confirmation of which way we're going to be taking our trades. So in this case here, we saw that price came here and it took months, you guys. You gotta remember we're on a monthly time frame. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is just a year here. Okay. So we're talking about a few years ago. What was this? This was Monday the 3rd, August 2020. All right. Price came here up to $2,069.39. Started falling again. Boom, boom, boom. Had some little slight liquidation. Then it came back up here again. All right. Now, a lot of people will consider this as confirmation to start taking sell trades. In my eyes, I do not consider this confirmation to start taking sell trades. Reason why is because we only have 2 touches here. So if you're a swing trader or if you're a person that's looking into swing trading, you would want to wait these 11 days. As you can see here on the right, it says 11 days, 6 hours. You want to wait until that candle ends to give you full confirmation on what price is going to be doing for the prior month. All right. So we came close. All right. We came close about, let's see, $2,047.71 when our previous highs were $2,069.35, meaning that we are roughly around $30 out of the range where we would like to take sales. All right, so we're gonna make that line. We're gonna make that line red up there. All right, just so we know that that is a selling position if price decides to come back up there. Now, now that we have found resistance, we are now going to be looking for support. And like I said, you guys, try not to overcomplicate this. Go by what your eyes see. All right. It's not always going to be perfect, but when you start breaking down those lower time frames, the data, the information becomes more clear so that you guys can make decent entries in your trades. So now what I would do at this point is go find some type of support. And you guys don't worry, I'm going to be doing um different videos on jargon because a lot of people don't know what support and resistance means. In this case, support is holding something up. Women wear bras to support their their bags, and a resistance is just what it sounds like. You're resisting something, you're pushing off of something, or you're pushing away for something. That's what this zone here pushed off of that price, did its thing, came back up to that same area and pushed off. So it resisted that price two times. But like I said, we want the reconfirmations to say, look, this is definitely going down. Okay. In this case, we're not there yet. So what we're going to do is going to go find some support. All right. So what I see off of the bat, I see three zones here, here, and here. So this for me, okay, this for me is a very decent level of support. Reason why is because as you can see on a monthly time frame, price was falling. All right, price was falling, and after this candle, it pushed. Matter of fact, you know what? Before that candle, we had a really bullish incline. Okay, even though this candle opened up red, you have this big buying wick right here. See this wick? You have this big buying wick, and then it closed. It opened here, came up, came all the way down, and then pushed all the way back here, closed, and then opened this candle. Now, once this candle had opened, it pushed down, said, look, okay, that's not where we're going, came back up, pushed up a little higher, and then it closed here. All right, you guys. After that, a new candle appeared. So from this candle here, what had happened was price had came out of a bearish situation, and then it showed us that look, the bulls are somewhat stepping in because we have another really big wick right here. Okay, and after this wick, after this candle had ended on the monthly time frame, this candle also appeared. Now, this is the part where you guys want to pay attention because a lot of people think that a support zone is something like this. Let's move that up. Like this is a support zone. People think that this will be a zone. And I'm gonna tell you why this is not a zone because you don't even have one true touch. You just have a periodic rejection, and this is a big time frame, you guys. So like I said, you want to have something like this. This here is more believable, or is more how can I say, it's more reliable than this, okay? Because even though yeah, price did come here, right here, and then it shot up. Okay, people are like, oh, we're buying. I'm like, okay, but no. If you go back to your data, you go back to your resistance, you see that this was not a good opportunity to start buying because we were still in a selling market. It came here, came all the way down, hundreds of pips. Came back up to the same zone, came back down, hundreds of pips. Now, what had happened after it came down that second time, it came to this area. Boom. All right. Came down here, shot up, opened a new candle. Came down. Well, first, it actually went up and then it came down all the way down back to that same zone, and then it closed right here. Now, after that month had passed, a engulfing green candle had appeared. All right. Now, when I see moments like this, I get excited. I get very excited, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because what we know from this information is not only that the price at 1,615.44, not only this price was respected here and here, it was also respected as the bulls were stepping in. And from there, as you guys can see, it took off completely. Okay. Now, what we can predict, because we're in the middle of this right now, what we can predict is that price can potentially come back up to this zone. Now, as you can see, we're kind of close, but we're not there. So this is not the time to say, okay, I'm going to start selling. No. Okay, you're definitely going to lose money in this situation. All right, you guys. So from here, what we generally do is break down to a smaller time frame to go see if price um, is telling us a different story. All right, or see what type of transition price is um, in this selling market. So what I would generally like to do is go down to the weekly time frame, and just to make sure that everything is lining up with one another. So if we scroll out a little bit, as we can see, our lines that we previously drew on the daily time frame are actually telling us the same story on the weekly time frame. And now you guys want to look for situations such as this. Even though price was telling us, look, this is a buying opportunity here, or is being used as support, over here, it was being used as resistance at one point in time. All right. Because it came back to that same level, then it pushed down, then it came up. Then after it did its little retest, came back down to another decent area of support, which we can mark, and then it shot all the way up. Okay, you guys. So what this zone here is telling us that this is a decent zone. It's a solid zone. Um, it's a place where a price was respecting dearly. Now that could it could be a number of different things, mostly news that comes out. But what we do know is that we are confident that this is a buying zone and that this is a selling zone. So if you guys are like, okay, I want to start taking buys here, I want to start taking buys here, don't do that, because these are not. This isn't this zone is not confirmed. This zone is also not confirmed, and the reason why, there's only one touch. So if we line this up here, you only have one touch. Okay, you have no real accurate touches where price said, look, I'm going to respect that zone, I'm not breaking that price, I'm not going higher or lower. So that's why we came here, because we saw that it did this not just once, not just twice, but three times. It popped up and then it came back to a area which we're familiar with. Okay, so like I try to point this out to a lot of my members. You know, I say don't play in the streets. Okay, this will we would consider this the street. Okay, now when your parents say don't play in the streets, that's what they mean. Don't play in the streets. Why? Because you'll get hit by a car, or in other words, you know, you'll get hurt. All right. Same with trading. If you know not to play in the street and you play on the sidewalks, what's the sidewalk? In this case, it's our zones. This is the sidewalk here. This is a sidewalk. Okay, that's a safe zone. This is a sidewalk. That's a safe zone. You will be profitable within your trades when you are following the rules of traffic. Okay, guys. I think that was really a good analogy. Follow the rules of traffic. Do not play in the street. If you're going to walk around, walk on the sidewalks, okay? And make sure that those lights turn green or red so you know when to cross the street, okay? So, from here, what I generally like to do is find some type of confirmation that price is going to continue to fall. Now, how do I find these type of confirmations? I will go down to a smaller time frame. So from the weekly time frame, we will break down to our 4 hour time frame. Now, things may look a little different, yet it's still telling us the same story. All you have to do is zoom out. There is what we circled here. Price came one, two, three, and then took off. Okay. Same as our resistance. Price came here once, came all the way down. We scroll back, price came here, came all the way down. All right. So these are now confirmed safe zones for us to take decent trades. Okay, you guys. And now this is generally this strategy or technical analysis is generally for swing traders. Although you can also use these type of strategies if you're an intraday trader, you will just have to go find more zones of confirmation in order to make sure that you are taking the right trades in the right direction. So currently, what we can tell from gold that gold is falling right now, even though even though our monthly time frame tells us that we are in an uptrend. Okay, we're back on our monthly. And as you can see, just going straight on up, we're in an uptrend, but we are in a selling position. How do we know that we're in a selling position? Let's scroll back up here. Let's scroll in. As you can see here, we have a flat double top right here. Now, for those of you who do not know what a double top is, that's basically two tops that match each other. So it came up, came down, then it made a flat right here. So this is what we will call a double top. After the double top in a selling market, you are expecting price to go down. All right, you guys, let's get that off of there. So what can we say what's happening now? Okay, now we can confirm that we are in a selling market, and now at this point we are looking for um, zones of retracement to continue our bullish pattern. All right, you guys. So how do we do that? All right, what we will want to do is find some form of support within the 4 hour time frame. Now, if you can't find any type of support or resistance within the 4 hour time frame, you can always break down to a smaller time frame and you will find the information that you're looking for. So, what I would want to do is scroll down to the hour time frame and look what position gold is in. So, if you could look over here to the right, over here, you see this little red tick, and it's a bunch of, red. There's a big red bar here. This is basically saying, okay, this was for the days range. This as this is what gold was for the high, $2,014.80, and this was the daily low. Okay, $1,980.90. We're currently at $1,989 and some change. All right, so when I come to my hour time frame, now I'm looking for confirmation of trend. All right. So we know that we have a double top here. All right. We have a double top here. Price fell, came back up, came kind of came back down, created a lower high. Okay. This high, this low is higher than this low. All right. Came back up, and then we formed these three candles. Now, when I see stuff like this, you guys, I get excited. Now, the reason I get excited is because one, what we know is that we are in a selling market right now. Okay, we are within a selling market. We didn't reach our resistance zone yet, so that is telling us that we still have potential to be coming down more, a lot more. All right, being as though that our main support zone is all the way down here in the 1600s. Now, why am I so concerned about these three red candles? Now, These three red candles tells me a lot, opposed to these three green candles right here. All right. Now these three green candles, a lot of people will say, "Oh, this is a buy-in position. It made a flat right here." Now, in some sense, you can be correct, but is this really a safe trade? No, it's not, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's no real structure going on within these three candles opposed to these three candles. See how these candles here are nice and bold red. This is telling us exactly, look, the market is going to continue to fall even when we made our double tops up here. All right. Even when we made our double tops up here, the market continued to fall, tried to come up, didn't really make it, came back down, tried to come up again, didn't really make it to where when we initially set our resistance zone, and then it continued to fall. Now, after that, the three red candles that came after those, which were 1, 2, 3 hours, this gives us a lot of confidence saying, look, the selling market is confirmed. I know we didn't reach our resistance zone, so we have potential to be coming down for more selling opportunity. Now, we want to confirm our trend. Okay, so how do we confirm that our trend will continue to fall? We can go scroll out. When in doubt, scroll out. Okay, we can confirm uh, some more zones within the hour time frame. So, like I said, trade what you see, you guys. Okay, don't overcomplicate it. So, what I see here is that I see two bottoms here. So, I'm going to mark those. I'm going to mark that. And I mark that as green because that could be a potential buying opportunity. Now, the reason why I marked this zone out opposed to this zone here is because this zone really isn't giving us the same price. Okay, you see it pivoted here, came up, and it went higher. See, guys, it went higher than what it previously did. Okay, that was higher than that one. That one, this high was higher than that one, and even the same high here was higher. So they really didn't match, right? They didn't line up to the price on where we thought price could potentially come. So what did we do? We found a better zone that price actually respected. All right. So if we scroll out because we're in doubt, we see that. Let's scroll it up a little bit, just a little bit. Now, it's always not going to be perfect, you guys, but I'm going to point something out that you guys should always use and look for when marking out these zones. And make sure you guys stay to the end of the video because I'm going to be giving out some good gems that a lot of people don't know about, and it's going to help a lot of you as far as your trades and marking out your zones. Now, reason why I marked this zone out is because I saw that price pivoted here. Price also pivoted here. Yeah, it came down a little bit here out of with this wick, but not significantly. And yet, also, you can see that price had pushed up high off of that wick. Now, you're like, Zay, we only got two zones there. You said it was three, so it'd be three. Okay, you're right. Now, what I also see is that price was acting as a resistance zone here. So this will be my third confirmation. This will be confirmation one, confirmation two, confirmation three. Now, what this is telling me now, new information, this is telling me that this is a reliable source um, that price can potentially break up. Now, what in this case, what we will be looking for when price comes back to here is either it breaking through this zone. Now, if it breaks through this zone, this is saying that look, we're going to be coming down to a different zone somewhere down here to come see our initial support. Or if it does one of these moves here, if it hits another one of these and it bounces off of this zone, Sorry about that, guys. This is telling us, look, our zone is confirmed. We can start taking buys. Okay, you guys? And we will always want to wait for a moment that looks similar to this here. Okay. Just because you see it happening doesn't mean that it's confirmed. You want to see a candle such as this. So after this red candle, you want to see a big green candle, and usually I will wait for this candle to end for the next candle. All right, you guys, for the very next candle. So I know that this is a confirmed pattern. This will continue to go to the upside. So now that we have our second zone of interest locked in, let's go back. What are we now going to do? We're going to start making reasonable doubt that price could continue to fall at least to this zone. So how do we do that? Let's go confirm the trend. So what we're going to do is draw a trend line here. Now, I generally would like to start my trend line from the previous high. So we can start our trend line here. Let's get that out of here. It's a terrible trend line. We can start here and we can make our way down. I would like to make it touch our support level. So in this case, you guys, this is the bread and the butter of it. All right. This is where you want to see price make a move off of this line. Not just one time, not just twice, but at least three times so you can confirm that look, even if I see you, trending here, say it goes something like this, and you see this, all right? This is telling us, look, okay, you came here once, you came back here again, you came back here again. So that's telling me that you don't want to cross this line. So the very next pivot off of this line, this is going to be where you want to take a trade and continue the trend. So in this case, you will want to go in for a sell, set your stop loss. What I would like to do is set it at least 5 pips above where I'm taking my entry. So in this case, this is 161. So I would want to have a stop loss somewhere around 166, 167, somewhere right here. This will be my stop loss. And then from there, we can have take profits anywhere below this, depending on where the next zones are taking us. All right, you guys. Simple, simple stuff. This is how I do my breakdowns. This is how I teach people how to do breakdowns. Now, with that being said, you guys, let's take this off the chart. With that being said, what comes along with this is patience, you guys. You got to remember, these candles right now represent 1 hour. All right, so we're talking about hours before these type of movements happen. So in this case, and this is what we talk about in our psychology um, classes, we you have to have a mindset, a strong mindset to say, look, I'm only going to be taking these trades, or I'm only going to be waiting for these confirmations and then taking my trades. I'm not just going to arbitrarily take trades here because I know that the market is going down. Yes, you're right. The market is going down, but what goes down, what comes up must go down, vice versa. All right. So it's not just going to keep going down, 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 down. All right, eventually sometime within that downtrend is going to form green candles like this and it's going to come up. So you want to be accurate on where you're taking your entries because that's going to determine the type of profits that you're going to be making and also your entries, you guys. Okay, so my thoughts on gold in the upcoming weeks. I feel as though, well, that's wrong. That's one thing that we take out of our trading, put all feelings and emotions aside. What I see gold doing in the upcoming weeks is coming down to a level of support. This is what I want to see happen. And like I said, I'm going to be waiting for these moments and I will be dropping some of these calls within the Discord chat. I'll leave a link in the description. um, I want to see price come around the 1935, 1930 zone. All right, you guys. Let's just say 1930. Because sometimes price tends to break out a little bit. Now, if we're getting a rejection candle like we saw over here, if we're getting a candle like this, or we getting if we're getting a confirmation like this where we came out of a long downtrend, then popped out with a green candle after all those red candles, this is going to be where I'm going to start considering taking buys. Now, like I said, if price decides to start breaking past that line somewhere around the 1929, anywhere below 1930, I'm going to start considering taking sells. Why? Because it did not respect our zone of interest when it came to buys. Yet, we do know that it also acted as a resistance level once upon a time. And if we go back in time, we could possibly find another time where it acted as resistance. All right, you guys. So it acted as resistance here. It acted as resistance here. Now that's not really a strong um, confirmation. That's why we're going to wait to see what our trades are going to be doing in the up and coming weeks. All right. So if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to show you guys a little trick to kind of get you out of the mud when it comes to drawing out your zones. Now, on TradingView, there are two indicators, two that I actually like to use um, a lot. And the first one is called the O block, the order block. I said O block, the order block finder. Now, the order block finder, I just turned it on. It basically gives you indications on whether the market is going to be bullish or bearish. So you'll get these bullish confirmations here. And every time you guys, like I said, I tell people, don't go for the indicators, go for your technical analysis and use the indicators as a backup. All right. So remember that little zone that we marked up there? Look what happened. Look what happened at that zone when we turned on these indicators. All right. We we used our technical analysis before we even saw that these indicators were actually accurate. These were actually parts of the market where it sold off. Now, when you see these type of indicators, you will want to use your technical analysis to confirm what these indicators are doing, vice versa. If you see these indicators are popping up and you go back to use your technical analysis, these are times where you want to say, okay, the market is kind of it's a little confluent on what I've already grabbed from the data. All right, you guys. So that's the first indicator. The second indicator is called the Sonar Labs. And if you guys don't know how to find these, you can go up here to indicators and you can type these things in. If you type in Sonar Lab, it will be the first one. Type in Sonar Lab, it will be the first one here, as you can see. So I'm gonna unblock Sonar. Now the Sonar Labs actually gives you order blocks. All right, it actually marks out the zones, potential zones on where price can either respect or reject. Now, like I said, you guys, do not strictly go off of these indicators because as you can see here, look at this. Where we had marked out our support here, we had a circle here, we had a circle here. This zone, this box could be a potential area. Even though we have multiple boxes here of support and it shows us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are decent zones, but we want the best zone. Okay. We want the best zone for the best moment. All right, you guys. So like I said, make sure that you are lining up your technical analysis when using these indicators because these indicators will always not be 100% in your favor. Even though it's showing you what's going on, it's always not going to be correct. Okay. Even though it looks like it, like I said, you want the best entry. Okay, you guys. So if you would have started, say if you start taking buys, say you start taking buys right here. Okay, say you start taking buys right here. You're not a swing trader. All right, you say, look, I'm gonna take a buy right here or somewhere right here, and then market ends up pulling back, and now you're losing profits. Well, that's basically because you didn't do no technical analysis and you didn't confirm whether the market is really on its way. Even though you know it's on its way, you want to see that takeoff. Okay, think of these indicators as you getting the car ready and warm before you actually start driving it. All right, so like I said, you guys use these indicators along with your technical analysis to give you more confirmation, because it's really going to help you guys better take entries, and also it will give you a little more confidence when it comes to marking up your charts, just to make sure that you are on the right track as far as trend. All right. So I hope you guys really found this information useful. I will be doing more videos like this. We're going to be doing terminology Tuesdays. For those of you who do not know what support, resistance, TPs, SLs mean. So we're going to be doing a few terminology um, lectures so you guys can understand the wording, the jargon of what Forex traders use in order to go on about their trading day. So, like I said, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on post notifications if you are interested to stay updated for more videos like this. It's your boy, Zay Savage, here at TP Savages. I'm out. Peace.